Hello, everybody. My name is James Beecham. I spend too much time reading about data security and cybersecurity, and these are going to be my rabbit hole reviews for the week, where a rabbit hole is defined as maybe more than five tabs open from a single article, or having to go to page 3 or 4 on Google to find the answers. The first one was a personal frustration. I always get annoyed with having to re-authenticate all the time, using multi-factor to do so. I understand why we do it. I do understand the security benefits, but I don't understand why my face or my voice can't be my password authentication to many things beyond just my phone. So I started reading about the different providers of these, maybe why they're not integrated into more systems like my 401k for Fidelity or even my Netflix or other things, and came across a lawsuit in Illinois against McDonald's, of all companies, around the improper storage and use of biometrics for some of the employees of these restaurants that were being asked to use biometrics to authenticate to the clock-in systems or the cash registers. And turns out there's laws in all the different states that safeguard biometrics and prevent the way in which they can be captured or stored. Now, I understand needing to conserve personal privacy and especially things like biometrics, but there's got to be a way for us to use this and figure this out. And so, if you ever wondered, how come my face can't be the password and why do I have to multi-factor authenticate all the time, maybe go check your local state laws and try to understand if there's some laws that are preventing businesses from doing this in an easier way. I believe the lawsuit from McDonald's was $50 million, which is a lot of money. So it's going to be tough to overcome some of those. So go look around and have a read if you're wondering about biometrics, because I certainly am now. The second rabbit hole for me this week came in the form of reading about a lot of the cuts that are happening within the government, and one of them caught my eye in particular. It was from the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, CISA. And that agency has been around, I believe, since the first Trump administration, and there was a $10 million cut. And it was a cut in the form of the ISAC, and that's what caught my eye. ISAC stands for Information Sharing and Analysis Center. And our company, Alter, just recently joined the financial services group of ISAC. I know a lot of our customers spend time with the ISAC, and the ISAC is a very well-used information sharing system. If you're familiar with the way that the CrowdStrikes and SentinelOnes and some of the other kind of malware and threat intelligence sharing networks work, they collaborate together, and when they find attacks or find issues in different parts of the globe, they constantly update each other. And so it's a very powerful organization. So I started reading more and more about why would you remove something that states and local governments are using to share information about security and safety. And turns out this organization has been a large threat, a large target by different organizations globally to attack. So kept reading more about, why would they attack it and what's going on, and came across a quote from a gentleman named Rex Booth, who is the CISO over at recently public SailPoint. And as the former director of one of the departments over there, Rex felt that the agency had gotten spread too thin, or that it had not focused enough on what its core mission was around sharing information, and that's why it was starting to get attacked so much, was because they were reaching out too far and spreading themselves too thin. And it was his suggestion that maybe the agency use this cut as a way to get back to its core mission of information sharing and being a place where agencies, state agencies, and cities can come together and share threats and do better, just in the same way the private sector does. So I support that sharing of information, and if they can find a way to do it, it'd be really good. So if you're wondering about why your face is not a password, most likely it's because of state privacy laws. And if you're wondering what the heck CISA does and where that $10 million was spent, it was being used on an agency that was constantly under attack and unable to defend itself. That kind of gotten away from its core mission of information sharing, and we'll hopefully get back to it there. So now you don't have to go to the third page of Google if you're wondering about those two things. Thank you very much for tuning in.